What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Corey and we did just have a very bullish week in the stock market, so the question from here is, are we going back to brand new all-time highs? Today we'll be doing macro level analysis, so first up let's take a look at a weekly chart of the SPX, which is our S&P 500 index. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so don't forget this is a weekly chart, so every candlestick does represent one entire week's worth of price action, and we could see with last week's close we did have a very bullish close. Remember, we are watching that critical support level right at the 20 simple moving average, which is right around SPX levels of 43.87. We closed well above that level with the price action back above all the moving averages, and we did not lose the full bull trend. So from a macro level view in the stock market, we are still in a bull market, and we still do have bullish price action and bullish trend. So remember last week I said, is it time to start getting bullish? And I did give plenty of objective reasons of why the stock market correction could have been coming to an end, and we were just going to get that slight pullback before starting back on the bull. So the rest is now history, and you can see that was correct in saying that because we did have a very bullish week and we did close near the high of the week with the price action. So that was a very impulsive bounce, which is exactly what we were looking for, and we did hit our price targets across the board for the week. So remember that I'm always going to keep it objective, and when the bears are getting really loud, that's usually a great indication that it's time to go long. And as you can tell, we did not really hear from the bears on Thursday and Friday. They basically went back into hibernation. So this is still a very strong bull market, and remember that the weekly chart is much stronger than any other chart, and that's why we spent so much time looking at the weekly chart. So when you look at this chart, you can see very bullish price action, and we still do have that bull trend that's been going on all the way since 2020. You don't want to try to call a top in a bull market because you never know how high we can really go. So now go back and remember the last price target we hit at 45.35. I did say watch out for September, and we're very likely going to see that correction, and we really did see a pretty significant pullback. While we didn't go the whole 10% or lower, we still did have a very volatile 5 to 6 week period, and that did hurt a lot of people's accounts who weren't prepared for that pullback. Then we saw too many people getting overly bearish near the bottom, and that's when I said it's possibly time to be getting bullish, and now you can see we're in a strong bounce. So from here, it is possible we do go to brand new all-time highs, and you can see looking back at history, when we typically test that 20 simple moving average on the weekly chart, we do typically see a couple of weeks of a very strong bounce. Even though that doesn't always take us to a brand new all-time high, there's no reason to believe that we're just going to get one strong week and now we're going back down lower. So I do expect to see, coming off of this strong support level that we did spend 3 to 4 weeks testing that support, a very strong bounce that could send us to brand new all-time highs. So I'm not ruling out the possibility this bull market is going to get very impulsive and we're going to start seeing brand new all-time highs in the very near future. So with that being said, don't forget, if we do break out, the next price targets are 46.05 and 46.76. Those will be new all-time high prices, and they will be very strong resistance levels, and those will be our price targets on a break back above 45.35. So watch those levels above, and remember that you are still in a bull market, so there's no reason to get overly bearish as long as you're in a macro level bull trend. Follow the trend, and right now the trend is still saying higher prices, so just go with the trend and let the path of least resistance guide your trading decisions. On the monthly chart of the SPX, we can see the price action still looking very bullish for the month of October, and we're well above the 5 EMA. And on the monthly chart, you can see we're still in a very strong bull trend. The month of September only tested the 5 EMA, and now we're starting to bounce yet again, so you can see just how strong this bull market is. On this monthly chart, you can see why it's pointless trying to call a top in a bull market, because every single month we just continue to go higher, and we only really see small pullbacks before we go right back to all-time highs. That's the market you're currently in, so don't go against the trend. Just let the trend be your friend and continue to go in the direction of the trend, which tells us we're very likely still going to be going higher. On our bear bull survey, we can see we are seeing bullishness increasing at 37.9% bulls now, but we still have over 30% neutral and over 30% bearish. Remember, I always use this example that when you have too many people that are neutral or bearish, that only means that there's more money on the sidelines or more people trying to short this market. So when you don't have an overcrowded trade, which we really don't look like we're in right now, it still looks like we're in that Goldilocks ratio. There's still a lot of shorts that can get squeezed with over 31% bears, and there's still plenty of cash on the sideline that can still FOMO in at higher prices, driving the stock market even higher. So while our bear bull survey this week doesn't really have any extremes to look at, it definitely tells us there's still plenty of cash on the sidelines that hasn't yet bought into this market. So with that being said, don't rule out the possibility that that cash will start flowing back into the stock market, now that we're starting to see some of that noise subsiding and we're starting to see bullish price action and the bullish trend returning to the weekly chart. So the bear bull survey is telling us to still stay long in this market, which matches our technical analysis. On a weekly chart of the NDX, we can also see we had that very critical test of support at our 20 simple moving average on this weekly chart. And again, the bulls passed the test and we had plenty of buyers of the dip closing at the high of the week. So the NDX is still looking very strong because we still have bullish price action above all the moving averages and we still do have the full bull trend. You can also see on a weekly chart of the NDX that we have a really nice wave structure. And now that we've had this pullback, you can easily see the possibility that we're going for that next leg higher to our price target up there at 16,000. So with this very obvious pullback, that now is opening the opportunity for a lot of cash to start flowing back into the market at lower prices. And eventually we will see short squeezes and we will see people FOMOing in near the top, which should help us break out to a brand new all-time high. So while the SPX could go to brand new all-time highs, you can see it much clearer on the NDX that we're very likely going to see a run up in this earnings season. We have earnings just around the corner and we're coming off a very strong support, and it still does look like we're due for another leg higher before we see that full-blown correction. So on the NDX, as long as the price action is above critical support down here, which is right around 14,888, that does very likely mean we are going to continue to see bullish price action impulsing higher. We have that previous all-time high right around 15,650, and if we can break out above that level, it's very likely we're going to see NDX at 16,000 or possibly even higher. The exact number I have on the chart here is 15,985, so if you want to follow that number to the letter, go ahead and do so, but I do think we might as well round that up to a nice even 16,000. So as long as we're above this critical support level, which is basically at 14,900, we do want to stay bullish, and it's very likely we will see the NDX continue to go higher. Remember, the price action and the trend are both bullish, so there's no reason to believe that the price is not going any higher from here. We have plenty of room in the upper Bollinger Bands, and we have the benefit of the very strong bull trend on this macro level chart. Jumping over to the Dow Jones weekly chart, again we see a very bullish week with price action back above all the moving averages, and we can see on the weekly chart the Dow Jones did regain the full bull trend. So the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and the Dow Jones all have bullish price action with a bullish trend. Anytime you're in a secular bull market, you want to see all of the indices going bullish together, and that's exactly what we see. We see bullish price action and bullish trends across the indices, which tells us it's more than likely the real deal bull market, and this was just a pullback in the stock market correction before we go higher. So there's no reason to believe, looking at any of these weekly charts, that we're not going to continue to trend higher. Obviously, in all bull markets, there's always going to be buying opportunities and there will be dips and pullbacks, but the macro level analysis is still telling us that we're in a secular bull market with bull trends across the board and bullish price action after testing critical support, and we did get that really strong bullish bounce. So all of the keys are there that tell us we're still in a bull market and we're still going higher, so there's no reason to believe that we're not. You could see the Dow Jones is still in that Bollinger Band weekly squeeze, so we could see a very impulsive rally from here. The Dow Jones has really gone much of nowhere, just kind of going sideways. So eventually, if we see the Dow Jones breaking out above 35,530, we could see a very strong bullish push to the upside. There's no reason to believe the Dow Jones is breaking to the downside because we have the full bull trend and the bullish price action. So we're not even going to go through the possibility right now that the Dow Jones is going to break down and go any lower. We could easily come back down and test support, but overall, as long as we have the bull trend, we want to stay bullish. On the Russell 2000, we can also see we had bullish price action, but we don't have the bullish trend in the Russell 2000 just yet. On this weekly chart, you can see the Russell 2000 has gone absolutely nowhere, going all the way back to February. So eventually we will see a very strong breakout in the Russell 2000. We really need to see the Russell 2000 to the bull side breaking out above 2330, and to the downside you would need to see the Russell breaking down below about 2165. So with the rest of the stock market looking bullish, there's no reason to get bearish in the Russell 2000 at this time, and the price action is above all the moving averages. So we do have bullish price action, but we don't have a bull trend for the Russell 2000. So we could still see the Russell 2000 getting locked in a sideways trading range that it's been in going all the way back to February. So there's no reason to get overly bullish in the Russell 2000 until we see a decisive breakout, and one of those levels will be a close above 2300. So watch those levels and understand the Russell 2000 does not have a bull trend. So don't get overly bullish in the Russell because it could still just be chopping around and correcting through time. Jumping over to the VIX weekly chart, we can see the VIX got absolutely destroyed last week, not only closing below our critical level at 18.2, but also closing below our support trend line, which is right around 16.8. So the VIX closed closer to 16.3. So again, this is a very bullish development. If we see the VIX getting crushed down and start heading back down towards 14, that's going to show us the stock market is going to a brand new all-time high, and we are very likely going to see that happening now because we can see the VIX did break down below the support trend line. So when the VIX is heading lower, that's bullish for the stock market, and that's exactly the price action we're seeing on the VIX. We got rejected at the weekly 50 EMA, and the price action on the VIX is now below all the moving averages and developing bearish trending. So if the VIX continues to head lower down towards 14 or possibly even lower, you do want to expect to see the rest of the market breaking out to brand new all-time highs, so watch for that price action. If you see the VIX blasting out back above 20, then you're looking for another pullback that could eventually lead into a correction, but there's no reason to believe we're going to see that price action in the VIX at this current moment. Jumping over to the Bitcoin weekly chart, we can see Bitcoin is currently trading over $61,000 and flirting with a brand new all-time high. Remember, I said if Bitcoin breaks and closes above 52,000 on the daily chart, I do think we'll retest the previous all-time high and likely even break out and see a brand new all-time high this year, and that's exactly what we saw Bitcoin do. We had a very strong bullish breakout above 52,000, and now we're currently trading above my price target that I had just below 59,000. So my price targets above are 67,000 and 75,000, and we're well on our way to seeing Bitcoin breaking out and hitting those brand new all-time highs. We have the full bull trend on the weekly chart, and the price action is still looking very impulsive and very bullish. So any pullback in Bitcoin from here is just a buying opportunity because we're very likely going to see Bitcoin break out and go to brand new all-time highs. So the strong buying level is right around 51 to 52,000 because that is the breakout level, and our strong 20 simple moving average level of support is down there at 43,000. We could see Bitcoin pull back into the low 50,000s or possibly even the high 49,000 area, and that would be a buying opportunity in my opinion because we do see the strong bull trend. So Bitcoin is still looking really bullish, and with 3 months left in the year, we're very likely going to see those brand new all-time highs. So watch those price targets above at 67,000 and 75,000. So jumping back over to the S&P 500 to wrap this all up, you can definitely see the stock market is bullish across the board. We see the VIX getting absolutely crushed down below support, and we see all of the indices with bullish price action and bullish trending. The Russell 2000 is very likely going to start seeing some bullish momentum as well, so we really will see bullish price action and trend across the board, which tells us we're very likely going to break out to a brand new all-time high. We're going into earnings season, so there will be a lot to watch for in earnings, but remember, just block out the noise and stay objective. We've been on the right side of the trade this entire bull market because we're willing to block out the noise and follow what the price action is telling us. It's very easy to get emotional in this game, but if you block out the noise, your emotions will be a lot more level and you can make better decisions. Remember, it's always about watching critical support because if we can't break down through critical support, there's no reason to believe that this bull market is going to roll over and die. These strong bull markets do not die easily, so just block out the noise because it's all fear mongering and it's causing you to make the wrong decisions in this market. We'll continue to stay objective right here on the Stocks channel, and we'll continue to be on the right side of the trade. And don't forget, during the week, I do daily analysis to always help you see exactly what's going on in the stock market day to day. So if you're new to my channel and you're interested in daily updates, go ahead and smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. I also do have my own trade alert service called BANC Trade Alerts that only trades TQQQs, and I think with the current market condition, now is the best time to be a BANC member. I'm also running a 50% off promotion code for your first month, so now could be the best time to try out BANC Trade Alerts. You can find out all of the details and how to join by clicking on the link in the description of the video. I also have the Stocks channel Discord where I do intraday updates and analysis to help you navigate this market and stay on the right side of the trade. If you are interested in joining the Stocks channel trading Discord community, you can find out how to join by clicking on the link below. So thanks for watching everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.